Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Zebroon. This is the first episode of our lessons, and we are starting from the bottom to the top. So, today we have these two topics we are going to talk about. It starts from the bottom, so if you're watching this video and you think you know more, you can as well skip the video. So, if today is your first time watching my video, kindly subscribe, press notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I post a video. So the two topics we are going to talk about today is types of locks and also how to check IMEI number on your phone. These two topics are very important because if you don't know the types of locks, how then do you determine the kind of tools or the procedure to tackle and remove that kind of lock? So, starting from the bottom, it is very important for you to be familiar with the types of locks, because if you don't know the type of lock you are holding or you are facing, it is very hard for you to proceed to the next level, right? So it's very important for you to know the type of locks. So anytime any customer hand you over any types of lock, you just know what to do, right? So it's very important. And also how to check IMEI number on your phone. IMEI numbers are unique numbers which every mobile phone that uses a SIM card have a unique IMEI numbers. So the IMEI numbers are the numbers which your network providers can use to lock your phone network. They can use to restrict you, ban your phone from the network. Anything that they want to do to your phone, they have to use the IMEI number because that is the unique number and also the identification number for that particular device that you are holding. So that number is very, very important. And as we keep learning, we will be diving into how useful that particular number is. So the first type of lock I would like to show you on my screen is, so the lock you are seeing on your screen is called MDM lock on iPhone. So if you have an iPhone and you are trying to set the phone up from hello mode and you encounter this kind of lock, which is remote management, it is called MDM lock. So someone will also ask, what is MDM lock, right? It is a remote management lock. So the reason for this kind of lock is that let's say Zebroon Media or Zebroon Unlock, we have, let's say, thousands of employees, and we always do things related to mobile phones. We want 1,000 phones and give it to the employers that we work with. We want them to use their phones for a specific task in the company, right? We don't want them to be using their phone for social media and other unnecessary things on that particular phone whilst working. So we can go to Apple and say, hey, we want you to install MDM lock on these thousands of phones for us so that we can manage the phones, things they're supposed to use the phones for, the type of applications they can run on the phone, etc. Right? So in this case, the company Zebroon Unlock is the one managing that particular phone. So in the cases where the phone will get to maybe Africa or anybody's hands, the person will not be able to set up the phone unless they go past the MDM lock. So that is the reason why they put the MDM lock, as for business to manage the phone remotely anywhere the device is, right? So that is the reason for the MDM. So if we go to phones like M-Copper, PayJoy, and all these kind of loan phones, it is the same scenario that they are using on those kind of companies. So they give the phone to you for you to be paying it installment. If your phone, if you don't pay, your phone gets locked. So it means they have software on their server which is managing that particular device that you hold. That is the same scenario here, right? So this is MDM lock on iPhones. So let me show you another one, right? Obviously, this one, I know everyone knows about it. You are watching me. This is an iCloud lock. So iCloud lock is basically an account which is on Apple servers we use to protect our phones. We put the Apple ID on the phone, and if you factory reset it and the phone is not the phone doesn't belongs to you, then it is very hard for you to activate it. However, as we keep learning, we will get to a point where we will learn how to bypass these kind of locks, right? So let's skip this one and go to another one. So the lock you see on your screen right now is called carrier lock. You can as well call it network lock. What it means is that the phone has been locked from where the phone is coming from, whether US, Germany, Canada, or whatever the phone is coming from. It is locked to a particular provider. So if you insert your local SIM card, it won't be able to work, and then you have to go through a process before you can unlock it. So someone will also ask me, why did they put locks on the mobile phones anytime we receive it in Africa or maybe any part of the world? If we send phone from US to maybe Norway or Germany or any other country, and then they insert their SIM card and the SIM card is not working, why do they do that? Okay, so this is the explanation, a simple explanation I can give you related to the SIM lock, right? So let's say US, for example, it's not only US, but I'm using US for example. You can just go to a phone store and just show your ID and say, I want iPhone 16 or I want iPhone 15 or 14, whatever you want. And they will just give it to you, and then they will be debiting it from your account, installment, right? So the reason why they do that is they lock the phones to a network provider which is called carrier. That is why the lock is called carrier lock. So if you are watching me and you are Ghanaian, I'm talking about, if I say carrier, I'm talking about, let's say, MTN, Telecel, Airtel, Tigo. Those are carriers. So if you go to US, they have AT&T, they have T-Mobile, they have Verizon, etc. So they will lock the phone into those carriers. So they have the phone they make for AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and so forth and so on. So if you purchase a phone from T-Mobile or Verizon, which you did not pay cash, right, you have to be using the phone on their network, and they will be debiting you installment until you pay off the phone before you can probably call them that you want to unlock the phone. So that is the reason why they always put lock on the phone. Also, it is cheaper if you buy it from carrier. If you go and buy it from Apple Store, which is unlocked, it's expensive. But if you buy it from carrier, it is cheap because you are still using their network. So that is how come most of the phone has lock. So for some reason, people will not use the phone, or they will not pay off the phone, and they will send the phone to Africa or any other country, and then it is very difficult for you to unlock it because the phone, some of them are still not clean, some of them are stolen, and also so many reasons for it being locked. So that is the reason for a carrier lock. So anytime you try to activate any iPhone and you encounter SIM not supported, just know that it is a carrier lock, and then you need to unlock. As we keep learning, I will show you how you can unlock this type of locks. So guys, let's move forward to another one. Okay, so this is an Android phone, and what you see on your screen is called FRP. So I know most of you call it Google account, email, whatever you call it, but as a professional, it is called FRP lock. So FRP lock happens whenever you force the phone to reset. Normally people will say flash, but I just want to explain something for you to understand. Maybe if you are not a technician, so you won't understand. There is a difference between factory reset, hard reset, and flashing. These are three different things. Soft reset, it means that you go through the settings, go to factory reset and reset it from the phone. That is soft reset. Hard reset, it means you press volume up and down and go to the recovery and reset the phone from the recovery. That is hard reset. Flash means that you are sending a specific file onto that particular phone. Let's say you downloaded a firmware which you want to erase the current firmware on the phone or update it. As you are sending file from computer to the phone, that is called flashing. But if you press volume up and down and reset it, it is not flashing. That is hard reset. Or if you use any tool to reset it, it's still a hard reset. So that is when you encounter FRP lock, because FRP is also a second layer protection to the device. So if you are not authorized to reset the phone and you force the phone to reset, FRP will automatically come onto the phone and lock it. Right? So as we keep learning, I told you we will learn how to unlock FRP and so forth and so on. So let's look at another lock. So this lock you see on your screen, it is called carrier lock or network lock, but this is a different type of lock on Android phones, because Android phones like Samsung, Lenovo, Vivo, Itel, Oppo, whatever, they always ask for code, which is factory unlock code. For iPhones, they unlock from servers, which we will learn it later. But for Android phone, they unlock from servers, but most of them use code to unlock. So we have different types of code, which we will also learn. We have PUK code, NCK code, MCK code, different types of code, right? Which you can use to unlock the phone. So anytime you receive a phone from any other country and you insert your SIM card, and while you try to maybe access the phone, something pop up on the screen saying enter network unlock code, it means the phone is locked to a carrier. So let's dive into another one, right? Okay, so this one you see on your screen, it is also a type of MDM lock for Android phone. So we learned MDM on iPhone. I don't need to explain it, what it means again. So on Android phone, this is how it looks like. However, different method has been developed and they have different types of MDMs. So most of them, you will see the IMEI number and also some of the identification keys on the phone screen. That is the MDM lock on Android phone. So as we keep learning now, if you receive any phone from anybody, you know how to differentiate the IMEI numbers, serial numbers, and also types of locks and all these things. So let's move on to another one, right? The one you see on your screen right now is called account lock. So we have Samsung account lock, MI account, Oppo account, Vivo account, Huawei account. All these mobile phones, aside FRP, they still have a third layer of protection, which if the user set it up on the phone, if you factory reset the phone, it will ask you to enter it before you can gain access to the phone. So let's say somebody hand you over, which was hard reset, you will face FRP and you still face MI account if the phone is MI. So That is how you can also differentiate. So if you are to unlock phone that has FRP and also account, you have to unlock two, because Samsung also have something called Knox. It's also another security for Samsung. So there are so many securities when it comes to mobile phone world, right? These are the common types of locks you will face along the line whilst you are trying to start your unlocking journey, right? So before I come to an end of this video, I would like to also teach you a simple way you can check IMEI number on any other phone, right? So the first way to check an IMEI number, I'll start from the hardware. If your phone is a keypad phone or if a keypad phone or any other phone which you can open the back, sometimes it is written at the back, and sometimes you have to remove the battery to see the sticker inside the battery to see the IMEI number. Second option, if the phone is an iPhone, remove the SIM tray and you will see the IMEI number written on the SIM tray. That is the second way, the hardware part. The third way, if you are using an Android phone, you can go to settings, about, and then you go to hardware and you will see the IMEI numbers there. And also, it's the same thing. iPhone, you can go to settings, general, about, and scroll down and you see the IMEI number as well. So the last easiest way to check an IMEI number is to dial *#06#. It's a universal code which you can dial it on any other phone, any phone at all. It doesn't matter whether it's keypad or Android phone, iPhone. Just dial *#06# and the IMEI numbers will also show you to you and any other details of that particular phone. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first episode of our lessons. Thank you for joining. My name is Zebroon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Press notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I post a video. Peace.